Can you recall the day when the most impactful cooling measures were introduced during June 2013? What were you doing then? And ever since, because of TDSR, which is Total Debt Servicing Ratio, many busy professionals and homeowners may have difficulty buying the property they want because of this limitation. Now watch on if you'd like to use just $50,000 and turn it into 3x the amount that will help you greatly in your property purchase. And it's not magic here.
So the big question is this: how busy professionals and homeowners like us make six-figure profits from the property we own safely by doing it with research, data, and numbers. How do we buy in a way without complications and half-guessing, regardless of the market conditions, and still remain profitable? That is the question. Here, I will share with you exactly what we do and how we do it. My name is Edmund, and welcome to Singapore Real Estate Insider.
Hi there, Edmund here, your Singapore Real Estate Insider. For more than a decade, multiple busy professionals and homeowners have benefited from our property solutions to make six-figure profits safely, even with the introduction of 2013 cooling measures and subsequent additional measures later on. Many are still able to do well in their property profits because of these two methods that I'm going to walk you through step by step. So watch on if you want to learn the tricks to use little money to triple your ability in a property purchase. If you have yet to subscribe to our channel, now's the best time to do so now and follow us on our playlist where we cover a wide range of property knowledge to make six-figure profits safely. We've talked about it in a recent video how the latest cooling measures have affected each profile buyers and their property. If you haven't watched them yet, feel free to click the link somewhere around this video so you can have an overview of this first. Are you one of those home buyers affected by the new TDSR framework? Here, I will share with you, even though there are limitations of your loan ability, there are ways you can get the higher loan amount regardless of any cooling measures. Let me give you a quick overview of what TDSR is. TDSR, or Total Debt Servicing Ratio, is a cooling measure that was initially introduced in June 2013 that regulated a borrower's maximum property loan eligibility, regardless of purchase or refinancing. TDSR is computed as this. Your TDSR is calculated by dividing your total monthly debt obligations over your gross monthly income. TDSR is equals to monthly total debt obligations gross monthly income. Accordingly to MES, a person's TDSR must be less than 55% of their gross monthly income. This 55% is the new TDSR rate effective last December 16, 2021, as opposed to its old rate of 60%. With the new TDSR rate, what happened is it lowers the total amount a person can borrow. This can be a problem for home buyers who are eyeing a property that's more than their loan eligibility. Let me give you an example of how the new TDSR affects first-time buyers. If you are a young couple, 30 years old, and buying your first home and you have a combined income of $12,000, here's the difference between your loan eligibility from the old and the new TDSR. With the old TDSR of 60%, you are eligible for a $1.6 million loan. Today, with the new TDSR rate of 55%, you will only be eligible for a $1.47 million loan. That's a difference of $130,000. And because of this, most will not want to stretch their capacity and opt for either a smaller size property or in a different location, resulting in a final property may not be what is most ideal to their living lifestyle and to make some compromise because of the overall cost involved. Now, if you really want to purchase your first property worth $1.6 million, you may need to either borrow or continue to save more in order to do that. Now, what if there is a way to bridge this gap and come up with this additional $130,000 to make up the difference in this example, without the need to borrow or take on extra cash line? Will you think that this will open up more opportunities to buy the property that the family can be comfortable with and still make six-figure profits in future safely? Come. Shh. I call this the financial insider strategy. The reason why many of our clients are able to adopt this earlier is because we have a private group where we help busy professionals and homeowners make six-figure profits in their property safely. Property is a very dynamic process and it's not as simple as point A to point B only. Therefore, in this group, we also do weekly live touching on various property segments so we can all be educated in and make informed decisions. I'll put the link somewhere around this video that you can join us to learn the trades and strategy on property. There are ways to structure your finances to bridge this gap, provided that you are working within your means and you have the knowledge to do it safely. Here, I will show you two ways of how you can bridge the gap through the financial insider strategy to increase your loan capacity. Alright, the first option is for you to pledge fund. There are two types of pledged assets, namely the liquid assets such as Singapore dollar deposits and savings and other securities like stocks, bonds, foreign currency, deposits and gold. When buyers have no or inadequate income to back their loan application, this kind of property financing works. Despite the fact that they have a lot of money, the lack of income makes it difficult for banks to approve the loan of a home buyer. As a result, asset pledging assists them in increasing their income to levels that meet the TDSR requirements and allowing them to qualify for property purchase that might not be able to afford otherwise. Assets that have been pledged for at least 4 years are valued at their full worth. If they are pledged for fewer than 4 years, they will get a 70% discount right away. Now going back to our example, you just need to pledge 50,000 to the bank financing a loan so that they can lend you the 130,000 gap. As a precaution, keep in mind that not all banks allow this type of financing scheme. So it's always better to consult professionals who are familiar with financial strategies to work out the numbers in details before doing it. Now take note too that almost all banks that provide assets pledging will want you to show the assets at the point of application. Now let's head on over to the next option, which is unpledging, or in simple terms, show funds. If you have a large sum of money stored away, you can show funds to the bank to demonstrate that you have the financial means to repay the loan. Banks usually take a haircut or discount from the amounts shown though. They do not consider the full amount. Using this method for our example, you may have to show 170,000 to the bank for them to grant you the loan difference of 130,000. You may ask me, if I have 170,000 on hand, why would I still need to borrow 130,000 instead? Why? Depending on what's your objective of the property as well as these funds on hand. We do have clients opting for this so that they can have further usage of the funds instead of being locked up for 4 years. If you are short of a certain amount in terms of loan differences, do reach out to us so that we can help you structure your finances and advise you specifically accordingly to your own property situations.